Lamatujima and watching HornbillTV. As Nagaland moved through 2025, a series of violent crimes shocked communities, dominated headlines and raised urgent questions about safety, justice and accountability. From domestic violence and crimes against women to custodial deaths and institutional lapses, these cases unfolded across districts, each with its own disturbing timeline. Here is a detailed look at the major cases that define the crimes narrative of the year. Today, we take a hard look at crime in Nagaland in 2025, not through isolated incidents alone, but through the numbers that reveal the larger picture. Official crime statistics recorded between January and November show that the state reported a total of 1,293 criminal cases cutting across serious offences under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita and special and local laws. According to the data, Nagaland recorded 13 murder cases, 28 attempts to murder and 7 cases of rape this year, along with 35 offences under the POCSO Act, highlighting continued concerns around crimes against women and children. Kidnapping and abduction cases stood at 38, while incidents of molestation and outraging the modesty of women were reported at 10. Property-related crimes dominated the charts with 333 cases of theft, burglary and criminal trespass, and 75 cases of extortion, making them the most frequently reported offences in the state. Financial crimes such as cheating, criminal breach of trust and forgery together accounted for well over 100 cases. Data under special and local laws further shows a sharp enforcement focus on substance-related and arms-related offences. 150 cases were registered under the NDPS Act, 92 under the NLTP Act and 51 under the Arms Act, pointing to persistent challenges linked to drugs, illegal arms and prohibition violations. Behind every statistics, however, is a human story, some of which shocked the conscience of the state and sparked mass outrage, protests and demands for justice. From brutal domestic murders and sexual assaults to custodial deaths and institutional failures, 2025 has forced Nagaland to confront difficult questions about safety, accountability and the effectiveness of the justice system. When we break down the crime statistics district-wise, sharp contrasts begin to emerge across Nagaland, with urban centres reporting significantly higher numbers compared to rural districts. Dimapur district. Dimapur recorded by far the highest number of crimes in the state. Dimapur alone accounts for well over one-third of all crimes reported in Nagaland in 2025, reflecting its dense population, commercial activity and transit nature. Kohima district. The state capital reported the second highest crime figures. Kohima's data shows a concentration of crimes against women and drug-related offences alongside property crimes. Mon district. Mon emerged as a significant hotspot in eastern Nagaland. Mon shows higher numbers in extortion, narcotics and security-related offences compared to many other districts. Peren district. Peren records moderate overall crime but notable arms, prohibition and sexual offences. Wokha district. Wokha stands out for high drug-related cases despite lower violent crimes. Moving on to Mokokchung district. Mokokchung shows lower violent crime but steady narcotics enforcement. Zinimboto district. Zinimboto has low IPC crime but high prohibition-related cases. Districts such as Niuland, Chumukedima relatively have lower overall numbers, often in single digits or low double digits, with crimes largely limited to theft, extortion, isolated violent incidents, narcotics and prohibition violations. In summary, Dimapur and Kohima together account for a majority of reported crimes in Nagaland in 2025. While districts like Mon, Wokha and Peren show rising trends in narcotics, extortion and special law offences. Smaller districts report fewer cases but are not immune to violent crime. The district-wise data makes one thing clear. Crime in Nagaland is unevenly distributed, shaped by urbanization, connectivity, enforcement focus and social pressure. Now, while these figures reflect the number of crimes officially recorded, detailed information on every single case is not always available. However, to better understand the nature and impact of these crimes, let us take a closer look at some of the cases we have reported and incidents that made headlines and drew public attention during the year. We will have a look at it based on monthly reports. First, the Thilixu murder case, Kohima, February 2025. One of the most brutal cases of early 2025 was reported from Thilixu village under Kohima district. On February 9, 2025, at around 3 p.m., a 36-year-old woman named Hotoshi was allegedly murdered by her husband, Kuhato Yapto, aged around 40, inside Surki apartments. Police investigations revealed that the couple were newly married, having tied the knot in November 2024, and were temporarily staying at a cousin's residence. Following an altercation, the accused allegedly attacked his wife with a machete, locally known as dao, inflicting deep cut injuries and slitting her throat. The victim was also reportedly pregnant at the time of her death. After the incident, Kuhato Yapto surrendered himself at the police station and was taken into custody. The victim's body was sent to District Hospital Dimapur for post-mortem examination. The case drew strong condemnation from several organizations, including the Akuba Union Dimapur, which expelled the accused for life. Civil society groups demanded a speedy trial and exemplary punishment, calling the murder inhuman and deeply disturbing.
আমি তো ইনি বই থাকছে তো ইনি ফোন কল আছে না তো মই যাইছে তো বাচ্চা তো লক করগে না থাকছে তো বাচ্চাকে আমি আনলক করগে না মই জন রুমতে ভিতরে যাতাম দেখি মরগে না থাকছে
আর ওই যে অ্যাকিউজড টু বি কোর ভিতরে থাকছে
না না তো তার অলরেডি পলাই যাইছে
Next, we have the assault on trainee nurse, District Hospital Dimapur, February 2025. Barely weeks later, another case sent shockwaves across Nagaland. On February 24, 2025, a 20-year-old trainee nurse, a second-year GNM student, was allegedly physically and sexually assaulted while on duty at District Hospital Dimapur. The assault reportedly took place inside the dental OPD room. The accused was identified as a male staff member of the hospital. Following a complaint by hospital authorities, Dimapur police registered an FIR and detained the suspect based on CCTV footage. The incident triggered statewide outrage, with protests led by organizations such as the Dimapur Naga Students Union, Trained Nurses Association of India, Nagaland branch, and various tribal bodies. Protesters demanded immediate termination of the accused, enhanced security in hospitals, and strict punishment to deter similar crimes. The case highlighted serious gaps in workplace safety for healthcare workers, especially women. On March 23, 2025, a 35-year-old farm worker named Ajay Daimari was shot and killed by a co-worker at a farmhouse near the JNVBSF camp in Kohima, Nagaland. The incident allegedly occurred during the night of March 23 under the influence of alcohol. Reports indicate that a scuffle broke out, leading to the fatal shooting of Daimari with a muzzle-loading gun. The victim, Ajay Daimari, a member of the Kachari community and father of 3, was found dead by his wife outside the room at approximately 5:30 a.m. on March 24. The accused suspect was a 48-year-old Nepali man who had been living and working with the victim for 3 months. He initially fled the scene but surrendered to the authorities at North Police Station, Kohima at 7:30 a.m. on March 24, 2025. A case number 15 has been registered under relevant sections of the law and the Arms Act 1959. The weapon used in the crime is currently in police custody. Investigation ongoing by the Kohima police aim to ascertain the full circumstances of the incident. Next, we have the Pimla murder case, Parent District, April 2025. On April 7, 2025, the body of Kezulungle Nyome, age 31, was found near a pond close to NSCNIM Martyrs Park in Pimla village. Police received information at around 7:52 p.m., following which personnel from Kohima Police Station, Women Police Station and Forensic Science Laboratory rushed to the spot. Investigation revealed that the victim, a daily wage earner and vegetable vendor, had gone to the area earlier that day to purchase bananas. By evening, her body was discovered bearing signs of a violent murder. Her husband was arrested on April 10, 2025, and police stated that the crime was allegedly committed in a fit of rage, while another under the influence of alcohol. An interim charge sheet was filed under Section 103, Clause 1 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita (BNS). However, when the accused was granted bail in July 2025, it sparked mass protests across Parent district. Following public outrage, the bail was revoked in August and the accused was rearrested. A supplementary charge sheet was later filed after forensic reports were received from an out-of-state lab highlighting the absence of a DNA facility in Nagaland. Next, we have the molestation of a minor in Kohima. In Kohima, a case involving a 13-year-old girl raised fresh concerns over child safety. A forest department driver was arrested after the victim's family lodged a complaint alleging molestation. The accused was booked under the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences (POCSO) Act. Police confirmed that the accused was taken into custody immediately, while the forest department reportedly placed him under suspension. Child rights groups condemned the incident, demanding stricter background checks and accountability for government employees. Next, we have the Regenar colony murder and custodial death, Dimapur, June 2025. On the night of June 13, 2025, a woman, a mother of 5 children, was allegedly murdered by her husband at Regenar colony, Dimapur, during an alcohol-fueled domestic altercation. The accused reportedly struck the victim multiple times on the head using a dowel, killing her on the spot. Her body was later sent to the district hospital for post-mortem. The husband was arrested and lodged at Central Jail, Dimapur. However, on June 25, 2025, he was found dead inside the jail premises, inside a well near a special observation cell. Authorities stated that no foul play was suspected and that the accused was brought dead to the hospital. Despite this, the incident raised serious questions about custodial supervision and mental health monitoring of under trial prisoners.
আমি 6 বাজে না 7 বাজে খবর পাইছি তো
ইনসিডেন্ট তাইলা মোতাবরা মোরাই দিছে
এইটো তাইলা মোতাবরা তাইকে কাটি দিছে কোনো খবর পাইছে দাওবরা কাটি দিছে কিনা হলে আমি খান আইছে এটা এইটো ডেড বডিটো এটাই আইকিনা পাই আছে ফজৰ টাইম খান চাব পৰা নাই কিনা আমি খান আইছিলে এটি লৈ যাইছে পোষ্টমৰ্টম কৰিব কিনা আমি খান এটাই দেখি আছে এইটো কি হৈছে কিনা কাটছে এইটো আমি খান খবৰ নাপাৰে হলে এইটো দেখি নাই আছে
আচ্ছা মোতাটো লাইক তাইতো মধু খান খায়
पहिला तो खाई थाक्ছিলে ले आजिकाली पहिला तो मधु पे खाए दवाई पानी भी खाए ले आजिकाली तो छारसे किन खबर नि आछले के होइसे जो हामी खान खबर नपारे.
Both are attempted rape and murder case. Kohima district, July 2025. On July 16, 2025, a mother of 4 was allegedly subjected to an attempted rape and murder in Potsa village. The accused, identified as Kritolia Kense, reportedly attacked the woman at knife point while she was returning from her field. The victim resisted and sustained multiple stab wounds to her neck and hands. Her screams alerted nearby residents, forcing the accused to flee. Local youths later apprehended him, hiding in a jungle, and handed him over to the police. The incident sparked large protest rallies led by women's organizations, including the Northern Angami Women Organization, demanding that the accused be denied bail and punished to the fullest extent of law. We have the Vihozonyo Zhao murder case, Kohima, October 2025. One of the most high-profile cases of 2025 was the murder of Vihozonyo Zhao, a 23-year-old state-level basketball player from Jakama village. Her body was found on October 25, 2025, outside her residence at All Ministers Hill, Kohima. After an intensive investigation by a special investigation team, police arrested Samuel Zhao, age 31, the victim's adopted paternal uncle, on November 4, 2025. Police stated that a murder occurred inside the house on October 24, following a sudden outburst of anger. The accused later attempted to mislead investigators by moving the body outside. Post-mortem confirmed death due to multiple skull fractures caused by blunt force. The case led to mass candlelight vigils and peaceful rallies, with citizens demanding justice and condemning violence within families. Next, we have the triple murder, Hakhishe village, Niuland, October 2025. In late October, Abdul Ghaffar, aged around 40, allegedly killed his younger brother, Ashatul, aged 35, and Ashatul's two minor children, aged 12 and 6, using a machete. The incident occurred in Hakhishe village, Niuland district. The accused later surrendered to the village council, handing over the weapons used in the crime. Police said the motive remains unclear.
রাতে 3 বাজির নিচে না তাই ঘটনা তো আমি কোন দল হোনা নাই হলে বে কোয়াতো 3 বাজি ফেলায় ঘটনা তো হইছে দাদা পড়া ভাইকে ভাইলা বাচ্চা দুইটাকে তাও পড়ায় মারিছে কাটি কেন টুকরা টুকরা করে দিছে কিন্তু আমি খবর পাই কেন হে যাইছে
মানে ভাই দাদা লা মজতে কি ঝগড়া করে তাইছনি না কিনিকা আছে
স্যার খবর না পারে তাই কারণে কথা তো আমি না জানি না দূরটা থাকে আমি বে খালি তো খবর পাই কেন আমি সাবুলে যাও তো যাই কিনা চাইছে 3 জন মরি কিনা আছে তো পিছতে পুলিশ খান যাইছে বস্তি মানুহ খান আইছে তো আমি এখানে সব যাই কিনা জমা হই কিনা চাইছে এতিয়া তো ডেড বডিয়াতে লৈ কিনা হাতো পোস্টমর্টম কৰিবলৈ আইছে ঠিক আছে
কিনিকা জানিছে মৰাই দিছি কইনা
মৰাই দিছে কইনা তাই মৰাই কিনা বস্তিতে যাইছে কাউন্সিলতে চেয়ারম্যানলা ঘটে যাইছে আমি মানুহ 3 জন মৰাই কিনা আইছে কইছে দাও পৰা কাটি কিনা ইটো টাইমতে চেয়ারম্যান পৰা পুলিশ লতে ফোন কৰিছে পুলিশ খান আহি কিনা তাইকে তাতে বল ধৰি কিনা এতে লৈ কিনা আইছে খেতিতে
তাইলা দাদা তুই কি মাথা অলপ নাপুঞ্চে কোৱা
ইটো অলপ কেৰেক আছে তাই গাঞ্জা খা মন আছে গাঞ্জা খায় মধু খায় ইটো খাই কিনে নিশা ওভার হৈ যাইছে হৈ কিনে মৰাই দিছে 3 জন
Next, we have death after assault, Dimapur, November 2025. On November 11, 2025, Matang Lotha, a 32-year-old father of a 3-year-old child, succumbed to injuries at Civil Hospital, Dimapur. Police said he was assaulted on November 9 following a dispute in Pimla camp, Dimapur, and was allegedly attacked again on November 10 after being lured under the pretext of settling the matter. 3 accused were arrested. The victim's wife alleged coercion, threats, and forced monetary demands. Community leaders condemned the violence and called for strict legal action.
Uto din rati do Sunday thagise na do mota do jombi tahan do rice per khaigina olop ine olop khaigina tahan bahar de birai thaga damde dangor la kokai bra koise tahan ke side ti jai jebi kono tan na jai nai ne kinar birai shukole bi olta polta rasta birai thagane side ti aina kutha korbi de na koina tahan ke first de do jhagra nokurna chupchap para birai thagise na to ena korna to তান ঘৰতে পুঞ্চুল থাত মই আৰু আম্মা যাইছে তান খাইছে কলে তো মোটা মানুহ খান দইনি ঝগড়া বি করু নেকি কইনা আমার আর মই বাচ্চা ছুটু লই না যাইছে তাহানকে লবলে কারণে তো লই কিনা আই থাত নে ঠিক ঘর পুঞ্চুলে থাকা দাম দে আগিবরা দুইটা মোটা মাইকি আই থাকছে মইলা মোটা মই আম্মা আইনা মিলাইনা মান সাতি তাইলা মোটালা সাতি না মিলাইনা মান পাঁচজন ইতিবরা যাই থাকছে তো তান আই থাকা দাম দে তাহান তো তাহানা সাতি খান দে অলপ লাউডলি হালা কৰি দিয়া কাৰণে মইলা মোটালা সাতি বৰা কৈছে এই আঙ্কল কি হৈছে না কইনা তো তার মাস ইকু হ নাই যাই যাবি না কইছে দই না কোনা তো মাইকি ব্রা তো তুমি খান কমবি ইকুবি নহয় মুখালা কি হিসাব ব্রা তুমি চ্যালেঞ্জ করেছে খেলিবলে কারণে না কইনা মাইকি ব্রা পাথর উঠাই না মোতালা সাদিকে মাথাতে মার দিছে দই না কোনা তো মাইকি কে ইনা মারা কারণে মোতাবরা তাই গুসা উঠি কিনা পাথর মারা কারণে তাই ডাইরেক্ট জানে মাইকিলা চেস্টে না ধরিছে তো চেস্টে ধরা কারণে তো মোতা তো গুসা উঠনা মইলা মাইকি কে কেলে না ধরবলে আইছে কইনা মইলা মোতালা সাদিকে মারা টাইম দে তো মোতালা সাদিবরা কইছে আপনি তো কি মানুষ আছে মই কি মারিবলে না কারণ মই তো সীমা আছে না কোয়া কারণে মোতালা সাদিবরা সীমা আছে কইনা তাইক বি মারছে ইনা মারা টাইম দে তো সব মানুষ জমা হয়ে গিয়েছে জমা হয়ে কিনা সব জনকে হুদিছে কোনলা গালতি আছে কইনা তো সাইড খান্তি বি কোন বি কি কবলে কাম নাই মুখানে লাগি আছে কইনা তাহান দুইজন মিলি না মাইকি মোটা দুইজন মিলি কিনা তাইলা সাথে মারা স্টার্ট হয়েছে ইনা টাইম দে মহিলা মোটা তো খালি জাস্ট পিস করলে কারণে তাহানকে জ্বালা থাকিছে না মোটাকে তুমি বি তাইলা সাথী আছে তুমি বি চ্যালেঞ্জ করে থাকিস না কোনা মোলা মোটাকে মারা স্টার্ট হয়েছে তো মোটাকে মারা স্টার্ট হওয়ার কারণে সব মানুষ বি জমা হয়েছে তো মই পলাই না তাদের ইনা নুকরিবি কোয়া টাইম দে তো তাহান তো স্টার্ট হই না মারি না মোটা আর তাইলা সাথী গিবি তাহানলা কম্পাউন্ডে লইছে আই বি মোটা আছে কলে মানে আইনা কম্পাউন্ডে খেলিবি কই না তাহান দুইজন বা মাইকি মোতাবরা লই যাইছে লই যাই না তাতে ঠিক প্রা মারিছে ইনা কোনা মারা টাইম দে মোলা মোতা বেলপ তো খাইন দাইছে মেশা নকব তো এইটো টাইম দে তা মোলা মোতাকে ঠিক প্রা মারছে মাইকি মোতা দুইজন মিলনা মারা কারণে
Rehabilitation Center death, Chumukidima, November 2025. In JK village, Dimapur police arrested 5 people, including the owner and 4 staff members of Yeshu Arms Wellness Foundation after the death of a 46-year-old patient, Pradeep Basumantri. The victim was brought dead to the hospital on November 26, 2025 with multiple injuries suggesting physical assault. Police initiated a suo motu investigation and probed licensing and operational lapses at the center. The case triggered public outrage and calls for stricter regulation of rehabilitation centers across Nagaland. These cases spread across districts and months reveal a troubling pattern, one that goes beyond statistics. They reflect deep social, institutional and enforcement challenges that Nagaland continues to grapple with. As investigations progress and trials move forward, the demand from citizens remains unwavering: justice without delay, accountability without compromise.